of all the things that were on my bingo card, Tenu versus Keip was not one of them. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do mean to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Fun fact, here we are to do a breakdown / live reaction review and analysis of WOMBO chapter 258. Sonic. I mean, like, I get it. He's always had this design. Why do his dogs look like that, though? Why does... And, like, here's the thing. Another thing about that. I know why. I think I remember. The reason he only is in his boxers is something to do with the prison? I think? I don't think he intentionally chose to be this way. In fact, was he the one, or was Gozu with the bag over his head in the flat? But regardless, Tenu showing up. Okay. Like, and don't get me wrong. Sakamoto Days has always kind of been a bow, like, kind of story where things just happen. But, like, correlation, this guy is this has just as much correlation as Tanabata versus Shin, bro. Where I'm like, what? But, like, at the same time, I've already mentioned how I've, like, recalibrated my brain, my chemical mental structure around Sakamoto Days. Like, I've fundamentally rewritten how I process this narrative, for one. And for two, I just never thought we were gonna see this character again, bro. So I'm happy to have him. So let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into chapter 258. Sonic boom. Let's see. Darn. You know how hard you gotta kick somebody to leave an actual cloud of smoke in their way? Oh, thank you for your word, John. Viciously by Shane. We'll take. Who? Who's this thing? That's the thing. That's why I mean, like, zero correlation. No one knows who this guy is. He's. Actually, you know what, though? I'll say this. I do like that. Personally, I'm very 50-50 on certain things. Sometimes I'm really down for a super interconnected, interwoven narrative. But, like, I think of my own narrative that I'm writing, right? I don't know why I reference my own narrative so much when talking about this specifically, but I think it's because, I don't know, it always comes to mind. In my narrative, the world is huge. Like, there are multiple realms, multiple different dimensions that characters interact with and go through. Especially, well, they know a lot of people, like the main cast, because it's main cast of 4, and they're full-grown adults. They know a lot of people, but they don't know everybody. So there are a bunch of scenarios where things just aren't interconnected, and then someone will show up completely disconnected from the main plot and cause my main character's problems, and they will show up in somebody else's main plot and cause problems there. It is just a fun part of writing a universe. So I think I actually do prefer when things are more disconnected, and because of that, I don't necessarily mind this, but it is, like, the most weird, like, connected yet disconnected thing, where, like, Tenu looking for Shin at the JCC? Why? Like, obviously the connection is, like, it's, what is it? What's the game called? Like, 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon or something? Like, the connection is Nazki knows Shin, and Shin knows Tenu. So Tenu is trying to use Nazki to get to Shin. Presumably. If I had to hazard a guess. But let's see. Who's this dude? Hey, where's Shin? Currently fighting it's nighttime. Like, how long has he been fighting Tanabata? How long has he been 1v1ing? Are we gonna get a flashback? Did they just not fight? How quick? To be fair, though, I cannot even say Suzuki Sensei will forget, because they didn't forget Tenu, and they didn't forget that random bum. That bum of the kid. So, like, I'm not even gonna say, oh, Suzuki Sensei's gonna forget. No, I won't say that. I'm gonna say, that's gonna be a really long fight. Or Tanabata just let him go, because I think Shin still needs to have some sort of involvement with the final fight of the series, which is probably gonna be Sakamoto versus Suzuki. I don't know. Let's see. Huh? I asked JA members all over town. It sounds like he's headed for the JCC. Okay. It's crazy. Right? You know what? I'll let it slide. I was about to have a slight critique on the art, but I'm gonna let it slide. First page and stuff like that. But that technically does make sense, actually. That does make sense. Because notably, they didn't really address what happened to Tenu after Shin diffed him. He disappeared. That's why. That's why myself and many others are like, oh, we're never seeing Tenu again. But here he is. And it makes sense, since he was already ostracized from the JAA, and very specifically the New Order. He was running it because, you know, the rampant Slaughterlust, which is hilarious considering the route that Uzuki went down. But in that case, yeah, it makes sense he would go and ask JA members to find Shin, and that Shin would have his latest coordinates being placed towards the JCC. And what makes it even more hilarious is that ultimately, he beat them there. Tenkyu was looking for Shin, who was looking to get to the JCC with Sakamoto, and now Tenkyu just got there faster since he was traveling on foot. Which is pretty impressive. Let's see. Who are you to Shin? A friend? I mean, like... No. No. But I mean... No. Let's see. Well, Shin and I went ballistic on each other. That's right. It is just the other day. I forget, like, so much is happening right now. And so much is happening in such close succession. Yeah, it was legit just the other day. Shin and I went ballistic on each other the other day. Dude took out 2 of my fingers in my left eye. Bro, Shin was on fire that day. He was. Like undeniably he was. Shin did immediately start frying that man. Giga amp of Doom. Remember when Shin started off that arc being unable to deal with Boiled? We want to talk about one of the craziest power leaps ever, bro. And I guess he's still extreme different Tanabata, though. Let's see. So he's definitely an enemy. With horrible timing. Things couldn't be worse. He did just save your life from Keip, though. He did, and you are a little bit too important, Nazki. But like in universe, he did just save your life from Keip. You never know. You never know. Let's see. So you're looking for Shin for revenge? Oh no, not at all. Okay. Huh? I've got so many questions for that guy. Intriguing. Oh wait, so is he like now is the eye patch actually viable? Is he permanently blind in that eye now? Huh. Now, to be fair though, we know he could shoot without that super special eye, and since the super special eye helped him shoot even better, I do believe. But I don't know. Let's see. Oh. Okay, Kibe still got. Ooh, wait, did he actually? Yo, I didn't realize he. Hold on, I didn't realize he got grazed by an arrow. Okay, darn, okay. But once again, Kipe, upscale of Doom, dog. Like, legit, he just no-sold the kick and the arrow attack, and then now let's just keep fighting. Though Tenkyu does seemingly no-diff and block him here. But let's say. Or not no-diff, but block him. Since you attacked me right away, it's safe to assume you're with the enemy, correct? Funnily enough, no! Like, once again, true, from a certain point of view, but not really. He's not really. He's funnily enough, he's kind of like a weird third party, but at the same time, I'm not going to blame Kipe for assuming that Tenkyu isn't the enemy. And I guess from what Tenkyu's what he just said with the whole, like, I have so many questions for that guy, I guess technically now he is. So yeah, Kipe's right. Let's see. Hey, so you're Shin's friend, right? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'll help you slaughter this dude. If I do that, will you help me find Shin? I mean, sure. I don't even, does Natsuki know where Shin is? Like they know currently Shin's causing havoc in that main area, but like do they know where that is? I don't think they have exact coordinates of where Shin and everybody is. Let's see. It's gonna be fair. Let's talk about this. We'll figure it out. Let's see. It's a gamble, but what choice do I have? Good point. You don't, Natsuki, unfortunately, you don't really have a choice in the matter. I feel so bad for Kipe. Because, well, to be fair though, I feel half bad for Kipe. Because I'm still standing 25 toes down that if he wanted this over, it would have been over, right? Like he let way too much slide. And that's why he's now in this scenario. Natsuki and Amane both, or not Amane, Natsuki and Maifuyu both should have been fried by Kipe, but Kipe has just been sandbagging. So he did put himself in this scenario, but also at the same time, man, this has got to be annoying. Let's see. Sure. All right. Where are you pulling these arrows from? Where are they in the bow? And I don't see. Where do you pull these things from, man? Where? Let's see. All right. Chink. Is that a Spagooter? What? Oh no. That's right. I forgot. His arrows are. But like, where are you storing them? You don't have pocket. Ew. But I hope not. But like, you don't have pockets, man. Where are you keeping these things? Even if they are collapsible, they ain't that small. Let's see. Ka-chunk. Ka-shing. Okay. I still like, ultimately, I still do feel positive about Tenkyu, but he does, unfortunately, like Gosu, he suffers from excess of aura, very minimal character interaction, but hey, this is an interesting way to take the character, having him be like, yeah, got the taste beaten out of me. I kind of just want to know things. Like, and ultimately that was, funnily enough, that was the issue that Tenku had. He didn't really have that, like, human, like, he did, because he obviously cared for his fellow Alkamar kids, but he didn't. And since they didn't have a general respect for human life. So, funnily enough, Tenku gained his humanity while Uzuki lost his on some base level Hunter x Hunter Chimera arc analysis, where ultimately Tenku, through losing a battle against someone he wasn't already connected to, now seeks answers from that person who defeated him. Meanwhile, Uzuki, instead of seeking answers from the person who defeated him, is kind of like doom spiraled. A lot. Let's see. Oh, so that's what he used a minute ago. Wait, that's not Kibi's voice. So that's what he used a minute ago. Not that I want to talk, but what's with that outdated weapon? All right. I'm glad you're at least on the same page about that. In fact, I believe it's a mace. And I'm pretty sure it's a mace. I feel like I've looked this up before. Mace. Not that mace. Where are the images? Show me. Yeah, it is technically a European mace. That's like a really extended European mace, though. Actually, hold on. Let me look at a Japanese mace. Maybe that's it, because it has so many more layers to it. It's the same weapon that Battle Beast wields. That's what Keip wields. Let me see. Yeah, Keip is just wielding a really fancy European mace from what it looks like. Same type of weapon as Thok himself. But let's see. Wait, Keip. Oh wait, maybe he didn't. Was that line mistake just an error? Usually, I'll give a pass, like, between chapters if there's a removal of an injury, because sure, whatever, you can just keep vague battle damage. But I thought this was a line of him getting hit by the arrow. Maybe I just misremember that, though. Maybe it's just like an art mistake, because here he doesn't have anything on his face, like, visibly. In fact, he doesn't have anything on his face visibly here at all. And this is a close-up weapon. Let's see. Oh, okay. Keep it with the point-blank reactions, though. Yeah, he's in. I like, presentation-wise, if Gozu had an ounce of this level of presentation and display, I think I'd like him so much more, man. Let's see. Weave. He's fat. Oh, and he didn't dodge it entirely. So he still got grades there. All right. He's fast. Better stay sharp with this guy. Oh? And yeah, that's still crazy. Especially like for example, I'm jamming my finger into the center of my palm right now, right? Note how, even though I'm like slamming it really, really hard, because there's just a lack of surface area, you don't hear it, and obviously there's not much wind being produced by the impact, or like anything being produced by the impact of my finger. And then watch this. What's the difference? The surface area, right? So surface area plays a lot into like the reactions that happen in an environment, right? It's why you could like drop a metal pole that's like a couple 100 pounds, or you could drop a tree that's a couple 100 pounds, and the surface area of the tree will cause way more like blowback and damage. So to think that Tenkyu's doing this much with just the sheer impact of his arrows, which are like seemingly enough, maybe like pencil size in diameter, very impressive. Let's see. Bam! But Keip tanked, blocked, dodged. No. Let's see. That was seriously way more powerful than a bullet. Yeah, which is great. Which, to be fair though, it is funny how superhuman Sakamoto Days is, yet still wants me to believe that Spagutas are relevant. I thought about this in the last video too, like, Gangaruna, you can't fool me. These characters should be fine. Let's see. Whoa, he's impressive. He literally just saved your life, Nazki. Let's not play these games. Let's see. Who is this nutjob? Funnily enough, your senpai, kind of. So technically, he was never inducted into the new order, though. So I guess technically, Tenku isn't legally speaking their senpai, but like, it's true from a certain point of view if you know what to do. But let's see. Who is this nutjob? Oh, interesting maneuver. Why? I mean, like, I've never. To be fair, though, let me not reference my own like actual narrative I'm writing, but for one of the characters I draw, and one of the characters I do make fanfic about, because it is just pure fanfic, Ario, my Freerun OC. Man, when are we getting Freerun back, man? It's been months, man. I'm not missing Freerun, bro. Please bring it back. Please. I know they're on hiatus for a good reason, but still, in that case, like, my character in that narrative, and funnily enough, both my Freerun OC and my Kingdom Hearts OC do the same thing, where they will throw their weapon and then teleport to it. So like they'll throw it and then teleport right at it and then slam it down. It's very akin to what Minato does with his kunai. But like I don't get why characters who don't have teleportation do this. Like why would you disarm yourself intentionally against another ranged fighter? Let's see. Word. Oh, and he interesting choice to give the weapon back to. But to be fair, I get it. But you know what? I do like that Keip is actually genuinely engaged with Tenku though. Look at that. It's like but that's actually that is a good way to reinforce though. And this is, you know what, man, I gotta give Suzuki Sensei credit to their storytelling here. Because while it's only been a few days in universe, I think it's been like it's been over a year at bare minimum, maybe nearly 2 years since we've actually gotten to see Tenku in action. And thusly showing us little reminders of Tenkyu's capacity and his strength and his ability, and specifically how he is different and how his weapon is different. We see him blocking with the metal part of the bow, but then he also blocks with the string. It doesn't just block. Keip threw this with presumably a good amount of his strength, and Tenku just reflects it by bouncing it off the steel string, once again showing his own stability and the strength of his weapon in comparison to Keip, who's already been established to be really, really strong. Great visual storytelling, great way to remind us of what Tenku's all about, and a good way to show off his accuracy too, not just in terms of firing his arrows, but like the interaction here is very, very specific. He doesn't just bounce it off and like go send it flying in a random direction. He bounces it off and then it gets sent flying directly back to Keip. Now, was that smart? No, just like Keip disarming himself. I don't get why you wouldn't just like deflect it or dodge it, get out of the way of it, and then let him do it, or deflect it skyward, deflect it away from him so he doesn't have a weapon against you. But let's see, boing, nice. This is the first bit of fun Keip's had all day. He's like, man, I've been fighting fodder all day. Finally some comp. Let's see. Oh, see, to be fair though, I get why every single arrow interaction can't be this arrow interaction. But it is interesting to see that dichotomy, right? Tenku, when firing from a shorter range, actually has less impact and destruction on the environment. But he is whiffing a lot. And by whiffing, I mean Keip is consistently dodging him. So it does look like Tenku is slowly but surely being adjusted to. And while he does have great enough stats to compete with Keip does seem to be able to compete right back. So we actually do have a relative fight between two top tiers here. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see. Are you okay? Stay out of the way. Oh, okay. But no, Keip is actually still getting damaged. But he's actually... He's feeling it a little bit. Let's see. Stay out of the way. It's about to get good. Man, Keip's so goated, dog. Keip's so good. Man, from the character design to the character writing to my headcanon. My headcanon and excuse for the narrative. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I'm not gonna sit here and try to deny it. It's my headcanon excuse for the narrative. But very specifically, I do like seeing, especially a character of Keip's archetype. Typically, like, characters of the Satyr archetype actually don't like when they're pressed. Usually a character of Keip's like stylings would be like he would get viciously angry at the idea that his absolute supremacy is actually being challenged. But no, Keip, who seems bored and disinterested in only doing this probably because like he has to, is genuinely engaged with the combat now that it's actually something that he's struggling with. 'Cause, yeah, like sure, Maifuyu and Seiba, or Maifuyu is Seiba, but Maifuyu and Natsuki have caught him off guard a couple times. They haven't actually done much with it. So now that he's actually facing Tenku, someone who is comp, he's engaged. It's actually something fun for him. But of course, at the same time, he still has his base brotherly instincts being like, yo, not around here, partner. Not around here. You can't play with the big boys right now. You're getting fried by some fodder, sis. We can't let you do this. Let's see. I'm sorry, Shane. I don't feel bad for you. You're literally weaponless right now, too. Let's see. Ooh, Vam. Okay, but like, I'm assuming the implication here is that, like, he dodged. He like probably was fired at initially here. He leaped. Fired at initially here. He leaped, and then the final shot here, and then he leaped again. Because otherwise, thank you. What are you aiming at? Let's see. Oh, okay, that's smart. He set it the multiple to get him off the ground, and this is good arrow impact. Let's see. You can't dodge midair, can you? He can probably block though. He still has his weapon. Let's see. Shoot. He's so goated. Yo. Yeah, Keip's got that sauce, dog. Keip's got that sauce, dog. Oh, well, darn, even worse. But Keip's got that sauce, dog. Bro pulled a Yuji Tadori from Shibuya, yet actually did it right. Remember when Yuji leaped into the air to essentially bait the timing of the piercing blood? That's essentially what Keip did here. Except instead of just still getting cut by and interacting with here, he literally catches, rolls with backflip. Wait, is that backflip or front flip? Yeah, backflips into the landing and caught the arrow.
Keip, my boy, what were they feeding you? You're a monster. In the best way possible, that's my goal.
Let's see. Got it. Whoa, no way. Tinky's like, not again. Not again. I just hit me why Tinky's so stressed. You know the last person who did this? Shin. He's about to be fried again. No. Because Shin literally went into super hyper mode, like giga cognition, grabbed the arrow, was like, oh, it's over. And then immediately dipped Tenku. Unfortunately, Keip, it looks like Tenku, you're about to get viciously dipped. What if he just throws it back? Let's see. Whoa, no way. Oh, no more arrows. Where were you pulling them from in the first place? Where were you storing them? And why did you waste so much ammo? Where were you storing them? How? Why? Also, how? Let's see. No more arrows. Yo. I love Keip, dog. Keip's yo, but shout outs to Tenku's build, bro. Like Tenku got that monster. Like I don't get me wrong, I'm proud of the arm development. But like, jeez, the torso, he is elite. But Keip with the immediate blitz and chunking him like that, something nice. When you get used to Sonic speed, it's no big thing. I mean, yeah, it is funny. Like, notably, and I need to watch that video. It's a very long video, but I do plan to do it for the reaction channel, which I just need to record videos for in general. It's been so long. So like, there are a couple things you can do, but like, I do hear Sakamotodays in discussion with JJK of like verses that could compare to each other. And like, I need to be fair, like in the lower ends, I could see like Sakamotodays characters competing, but on the higher ends, I don't know. But I'll need to see that. But in this, yeah, it makes sense that characters who do react to Spagooter Fire all the time can compete with and at least react to Sonic Speed. Presumably Tenku is only so super irrelevant because he doesn't just have the speed, he has the power. Someone like Keip, who has like the raw stats to not just perceive, but also nullify the arrows is one thing. And Shin ended up doing the same thing because he also still caught an arrow. So Shin and Keip are presumably probably just dead even at this point. I mean, like, Shin would win. Shin. But, like, ultimately, in terms of real relativity, I'm guessing those two are on the same level. Because and to be fair, though, he was sent flying. So I guess this is actually Shin upscale, ironically. Well, to be fair, Keip was in midair. It's either Shin neutral scale or Shin upscale. Because Shin caught the arrow and essentially just ignored it. He, like, I think he flipped it in his hand and then sliced Tenku's face open and nearly slaughtered him. Let's see. It's no big thing. Jeez! And that's a home run right there. Turn that man into a baseball. Golly! Boom! Huh? This guy's strength is insane. It's crazy how many, like, strength archetypes we do have in Sakamotodays. Like, Sakamoto himself is arguably, like, a strength and speed power. Like, essentially, characters of Keip's ilk. We have Sakamoto. We have the lowest version of it, which... What's his name? Gosh darn, it's been so long. What is Hyo? There we go. Like we not even, is it Hyo? Yeah, it's Hyo, because we had Hyo, we had Harma, we have a bunch of these characters that are really highly expected to strength and speed, and no matter what, whenever they are introduced, they do have like these stellar performances against people who are a bit more specialized in other things. Let's see. All right, he leaped. Okay, to be fair though, he probably waited a bit for Tenku to come down, but to immediately leap into the air to double pound him down. Okay. Wham! All right. Your body's tough, huh? Like steel. Crazy to think. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, no, I still say it's crazy to think because there's no power system in Sakamotodays. There's no universal energy system. Nah, he's Tenku's just built like that. For real. He's just like that. Let's see. That's a strong point of mine. Hey, take. Wait, did Keip say it from mid-air? What are you doing here, Nazki? Let's see. Thank you, was it? Wait, no. Thank you, was it? Can you still shoot like you did earlier? Huh? I have an idea. I need your help. Is Keip gonna give you time to execute this idea? What are we talking about? Let's see. Oh, okay, interesting. Using the smoke cloud. All right, that's smart. I'm assuming Nazki like invisible manned his way into the smoke cloud caused by Keip's own attack and impact. And then because of that, he was able to get to Tenkyu without Keip immediately noticing. Why Keip didn't just rush through and finish things off? Because he's Keip. He has to work for him. Let's see. What are you whispering about? All right. Running. Doing the dash bang go fast. Okay, Nazki. Let's see. You again? Are you for real? I do love the question mark exclamation point there. Like, this is the thing that's annoyed Keip the most. Not getting kicked in the face, not getting shot at. He's like, seriously? Nazki, I know you're a major character, dog. How many times I gotta put you down for you to be put down? Let's see. Based on his behavioral data from today, the odds of him using a horizontal sweep to counter a head charge are 73%. Oh! Okay. Well, I feel like he's swinging it backwards. But, interesting. Okay, so yeah, I feel like Suzuki Sensei, well, to be fair though, I know the 2-week break isn't always real for the actual manga. I know it's real for us, but not for them. Art in the chapter is a little bit it feels like it's a little bit incomplete and a little rough looking. But let's say 73%. Huh? I'm good with data. Do you say data or data? I feel like it depends. Like sometimes, like it depends on the voice I'm speaking in. I think most of the time I say data, but sometimes I do say data. Funny how there are two very distinct pronunciations for that same 4-letter word. Let's see. I'm good with data. Oh? Beep, beep. The ice thing again. All right. You disappoint me, Saba. Wasting your only chance on something this dumb. But like, what else is he like? Keep it, man, brother Bean. You basically indestructible dog. What do you want him to do? Let's see. Wait. Pour my for you, man. He's gone. But still, he just stole his whole shoe. You have your brother walk around out barefoot? What are your father? Well, that's not what his father thinks. Let's see. Since when was that kid barefoot? Okay. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, Saba had, or Natsuki had taken off the coat. Interesting. So he gives it to Tenkyu. Crack. Interesting. And to be fair, he did definitely need some more clothes. Let's see. Use his shoe as an arrow and shoot it as hard as you can. As hard? As hard as he can? Are we sure about that? Are we sure about that? Let's see. What are you talking about? There's plenty of stuff that would make a better arrow. Like what? If there was, why aren't you making them right now? Let's see. There's no time to explain. He's gonna use the force of Tenkyu's like drawback and then the release in order to activate the. I see what you're doing here. Let's see. There's no time to explain. I'll create a momentary distraction. Wear this, stand back, and wait for an opening. Hey, but if I'm invisible, might as well just clobber him and get it done. You cannot do that. Thank you. Clearly, Keip is more of a Shin tier than a U tier, thank you. I don't think, unfortunately, you may believe you have that dog in you, but I don't think you got that dog in you like that, potato chip. Let's see. You want to see Shin, right? Trust me. That's very sorry. Yo, Natsuki, I have to give Natsuki this, especially for a character who I feel like I don't think about as often from Sakamoto days. Like, he's not one of the characters that comes to mind. Like, Nagumo comes to mind, Sakamoto comes to mind, Sakamoto himself obviously comes to mind, Shin comes to mind. I feel like I'm so mean to Shin. Like, it's not his fault that he's like getting a plot armor the character. But like, regardless, a bunch of different characters come to mind. Natsuki's not one of them. But like, now that I'm thinking about him more and more, he's getting Giga Karasu effect where like now I just have more and more stuff for the character. And one of the traits I must say is very consistent about him. He's very good with people. And not in the sense that like, you know, he's very social, but he's good at like knowing what to say to people to bring out the right response from them. It's a very important, very necessary skill in our real world. And it's also great to see in a character like this. Let's see. Trust me. Trusting people is scary. Right, Shin? Right. Because that was one of the main foundations of their battle. The idea of like trusting in those you care for and upholding their ideals versus not. Let's see. Whatever you're up to, it's pointless. If it's just sonic speed, I can follow it. That should do it. Because it's gonna be more. Because it's not Tenkyu. Interesting that he can use a shoe to the same effectiveness as an arrow, but like with his draw speed, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Let's see. That's why they call the chapter Sonic. Let's see. The moment the object breaks a sound barrier, it causes a roll credits. That shock gets converted into energy, and the shoe accelerates by another order of magnitude. So wait. Is that a 10 times? Is that a 10? So by like an order of magnitude is an order of 10. Well, that combo 10 times beefy? Okay. So, let's see. Do you gotta react to it? You gotta react to it? Let's see. Oh. Uh-oh. And that's the end of the chapter? Darn, got it right in the Jaiwai, too. But I think it looks like he did react somewhat. I'm assuming, like, one, I don't think they're gonna kill Keip. And two, what I'm guessing here, this may, like, remove him from the fight for a little bit, but it looks like, especially the way his foot is caught and drawn here, it looks like he, like, fell into the attack. So he may have thrown his foot up to slow it down a little bit, and then probably put his weapon up. Like notably, he's not disarmed here. Yeah, he's not disarmed. So he likely put his weapon up to sort of redirect some of the force, and then essentially allowed it to slide directly into his jaw. Still like a knockout shot, but probably avoiding a kill shot, but still. Okay. And to be fair, it's also a shoe. So, like, it's not actually going to do too much lethal piercing damage. But, overall, a very W chapter. Once again, Keip, I'm not going to say he's been hard carrying, but he's been a major factor for how much I love this fight. Shiina and her dynamics with Keip are still interesting to explore. Even if I don't necessarily care too much for Shiina as a character, she's still well established enough. Tenku getting a return, and very specifically this new characterization as someone who's seeking answers from somebody he lost to. I do love this character archetype. I love when characters gain respect for characters who beat them, and then sort of like basically want to mama bird them, or like basically imprint on them like baby ducks, being like, actually, I have no idea how I'm living my life. But it goes to the guy who clearly knows better than me. That's really, really cool to see. And a team up between Tenku and Natsuki is something I would have never called. Ever. Never. So I'm really happy to see it. And I overall just really, really like the chapter. Once again, the only minor critique is I say the art isn't as on point as last chapter, but still, oh no. Weekly mangaka struggles to weekly mangaka, almost as if the industry is very unhealthy for weekly mangaka. I don't care if you had a 2-week break. We know that's not how that works. Or at least I'm pretty sure it's Hardline confirmed that. While we experience a 2-week break, authors don't really get 2-week breaks. They still need to have chapters ready in advance and stuff like that. So overall, W chapter. If you don't like seeing this video, please leave licking the boot. Leave licking the boots in the comment section down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that leads to notifications so you don't miss out on any of those that come to the channel. Also, I'm going to have a Patreon below. You support me for as low as $1 a month. Then get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So, this will include the unedited versions of the Sakamotodays reviews. Because as you can tell, whenever they post on the main channel, they look jacked up, they look a little bit ugly. It's because I don't want to get blown up. But if you want to see the full unedited versions of the chapters and full unedited versions of the reviews, you go to Patreon or become a member. Nice and free, nice and easy. I am now going to start doing more reactions, specifically just for pages of the members. They're going to be shorter, but still, if you ever want to see me cover Danadan, Gotcha Akuda, essentially anything, I'm going to start doing that for pages of members. That's going to be Patreon member exclusive content. On top of that, I do have a link to my Twitch down below, where I stream every Friday at 8 p.m. ES Tizzle. I tried to stream last Friday, but it was a whole mess. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out before this Friday. On top of that, I do have a link to my Ko-fi down below. You drop 5 views for a short video, 20 views for a long video, or any means at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. And I want to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Redwolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, J2MA, Buddha Ura, Yuki Ally, Grim, Ollie, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Tim Thomas, Kaving, RXN, Dead Meme, Kian Stewart, Edwin Igbinoba, Straw, Antavius Mitchell, Super Flame Zero, Weary Exile, Alex Kenny, Todd, The Practical One, Landon Clapwick, Heath Nelson, CAET, Plant Crone, Brandon Payne, Multi-Batman Superman, Zalim, Sleepin' John, The Young Family, Pastel Pandora, Mo City King DKG, Akolade Babatunde, Union Eye, Athenzi Shear, Sino King, CCC, Enzo, Kitty Liddy, Axis XC, Praise the Sun, Magic, Andrine Bonnet, Scion, John Malcolm, Black Doctor Strange, Donovan McIntosh, at JDog2656, Aswin Hedi Presetia, Sheesh King, Yo Extras, and AZ Void. Then I'd even thank you to our line art tier patrons: Dread Zoen, Kevin Encarnacion, Lucas Stace, Midnight Lord 21, and Sean. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our Ink tier member, Shrimpo the Fourth Shrimp 06. And I'd like to give a thank you to our digital art tier member, J Warrior. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our colored art tier patrons, Walkie Munoz and Walkie Munoz.